There we go. So, I'll be I'm Julia Hart, and I've been on the Arts Commission before, and I think it's one of my favorite commissions to be on. Of course, I say that with a lot of them, but for sure, I like this one. It's a lot of fun. So can we just go around and do you think just say your name and why you were interested in being on the Arts Commission, perhaps?
Yeah, of course. My name is Diana Gutierrez. I am a lifelong Sunnyside resident. I have always felt passionate about art because I feel like it's a really great way to express yourself and also just being in tune with your emotions. And I feel like it's very healing in general. And I think with communities, it's very important to have a healing aspect and also just like a fun way of getting everybody involved. I feel like art has connected me to many different types of people, aged like was from 70 to like 2 year olds, So I love this I love the idea of this commission coming to Sunnyside being activated. Yeah.
I feel like it's a reactivation.
Yes, exactly. So that's why I'm here because I feel very passionate about art and about Sunnyside.
Yeah. So do you have a particular art that you're it's kind of your passion, the one thing that is kind of your art?
Yeah, I love painting.
Oh,
I love also taking photographs. And I'm also just like a big person, what would you call it? Connoisseur of art in general. I love to purchase and also go view art as well. Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. Okay. Miss Sandra?
So my name is Sandra Sasati. Born and raised here in Sunnyside. I think I'll die here too because I don't see myself moving away. And what interests me in getting into the art commission is, just helping bringing ideas, right, of what we can do in our town to bring in like more color, more like murals, events that we can do. I love music. That's the way I express my art. It is through music. So I sing and play the guitar. And so I've been part of our church choir for over 25 years. And so music is definitely my, that's something that is my passion and that I love. So yeah, so
cool.
Just bringing in some ideas. And with, the rest of the team, I feel like that's going to be great.
I think that's wonderful. Thank you. Chelsea, you want to give us a little background for you?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name's Chelsea Dimas. I would say I've been an active community leader in the area. I actually have a fine arts background. I went to art school, and my emphasis is in design. I have quite a bit of art experience, from doing gallery showings to runway shows to tattoos. So this is definitely my forte, and I'm incredibly passionate in the storytelling aspect of art and the kind of power it has in terms of inspiring and activating community. So that's why I'm here. And I also just kind of want to flag that I've already done quite a bit of research in terms of grants that are available in the state to be able to fund, potential future and cultural murals in the area. So that's my 2 cents.
Very good, very good. Again, Julia Hart. I have done a little bit of everything. I'm a photographer of many years. Thespian for amateur community theater. Played in lots of plays and been producer and writer and like a playwright. I've written a couple of plays. And so that I bring that to the table, as well as just a general interest, the connoisseur word. I like that connoisseur word. I have an eclectic view of art. I'm trying to thin out what I've got of art from 50 years of collecting art. I've only got a little bit of space to enjoy them with. But I'm looking forward to working with you. This year is going to be really fun, I think, because one of the things that we're going to be looking at as far as what some of our goals and things are going to be really, really art, music, murals, the storytelling you were talking about, Chelsea, and I think we're really going to be able to, if we set some goals, I think we're going to be able to accomplish quite a bit just in this first year together. So, so as long as we did the roll call that way, and Jackie's going to be our staff liaison.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I provided a little handout of what to expect from me. Our main priority for me is to schedule everything, get your materials printed, and also follow the OPMA to make sure your agendas are published on time and everybody's notified. So if you ever need anything, not just with the Arts Commission, but anything at the city, I can always help you as well.
Okay,
Thank you. You're welcome.
And Jeff is a great resource on lots and lots of them. She's almost told you the tip of the iceberg, like she's capable of doing. So that's very good. I always enjoyed working with her because she's very down to earth. She doesn't really panic. I'm panicking and she's trying to calm me down. It's gonna be okay. It's good. It's good. So first thing we're tasked with doing today is the appointment of a chairperson for the group and a vice chair. So is there anybody with a burning desire to be the chair? Now you understand we're going to be following Robert's Rules of Order. So I don't know if we have any extra books of that, but we can find you some cheat sheets.
I nominate actually Chelsea to be our chair for
Now you
the
understand,
commission.
yeah. Chelsea, now you understand that means you gotta be here all the time.
Yeah, well, as long as the Zoom option's available, absolutely. I'm actually at my house right now, but I have been working some pretty long hours and just did not want to change out of my PJs. So I apologize, but this had to be a little bit of a self-care moment for me. So
Okay. Next time, if you feel like it, wear your PJs to the meeting. It's okay. Just make any fashion statement you want to. It's all good.
well, now that I know it's acceptable, then I will for sure show up in them.
Okay, and you have.
Actually, I would like to nominate myself, Diana Gutierrez, as
Oh, okay. So we have nominated, let's see, Diana?
Diana.
Diana. Gutierrez. And of course, then Chelsea.
But ultimately, whoever gets voted.
Because we'll vote on it.
Yeah.
For these, we just are just nominating for the floor and you don't need a second for the nominations. So what I would think that we can do is will it be all right with you guys if we just do it, just do a vote as to all those in favor of such and such a person or such and such a person, say, name the name and then say aye. And then we'll just try to do it that way. Many of our votes will probably go that way as well, since there's a small group here. But so for the first, do it in the order we got the nominations, if that's all right with you. So those in favor of having Chelsea Dimas be the chair, say aye. Aye. Okay.
Oh, can I vote for myself? I wasn't aware of that.
I would certainly think that you would.
Then aye.
Okay, so we have 2 votes for you. Okay, all those in favor of Deanna as the chair, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
You're a tiebreaker.
I'm sorry, aye. Okay, so that's 2. Well, darn. Can we, since we need to have a vice chair, would either one of you be interested in being the vice chair?
Yeah, I'd be open to any position.
Would you mind doing that? And Chelsea, would you prefer to be the vice chair, or are you okay? You want to be the chair?
Honestly, I don't have a preference. Given the fact that I just want to make sure we're all working in collaboration and are on the same page.
Exactly.
So I'm fine, I think co-governance is important. So I'm down for whatever.
Okay. So let's
So you can be the tiebreaker in this,
oh goody.
and then whoever.
Okay, so what I will do then is I would say that I would vote for Deanna to be chair and Chelsea to be vice chair.
Okay, so so now we have 3 yes votes for Deanna, and so we'll have Deanna be the chair. So if you say if there are no other votes, then we'll close the chair.
Close to chair. Nobody else is voting.
Okay.
Okay,
And now we open the vice
vice chair. And Chelsea, will you stand for vice chair?
Yes.
Okay, so all those in favor of having Chelsea as vice chair signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, and are you voting for yourself?
Yes, sorry, I keep forgetting.
All right, good. I don't have to break any ties there. All right, good deal. So Deanna, gonna let you take over the rest of the agenda as the chair.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So moving on with the next item on the agenda, which is to discuss of city council priorities, which I believe Jackie gave us a document highlighting some of the priorities that were discussed at last study session with city council.
Yeah. And Jackie, do you want to just, for the sake of argument, you want to go ahead and run over those?
Yes. So council's areas of focus that they said that they wanted the commission to review is community murals, community murals. They asked for us to put a list of the city facilities that murals could possibly go on. And I've listed the facilities on number 2, and it may be limited because there's not enough wall space for murals on the buildings that we currently have. And then some of the buildings, like our water, our wells, the building is metal, and so it's not. I don't know if it would look. They're designed to be brick and metal on the roof and stuff like that. So, and then some of the locations that we have are separate. Like they're not in town, and they're not areas where public exposure is. And some of them are restricted access, so it's kind of hard to do it on a city facility. We do have a city tower, a city water tower that they were looking to put some artwork on, but it's on the hill and it's very large and it takes a lot of money and a company that's very skilled with long big ladders, that it's a trade that needs to do that. But that's the only other place that I can think of. So I think the committee will have to consider doing it on like private properties, private businesses.
Mm-hmm.
They also did bring up that some commissioners, which I think is Chelsea, she brought up that they of the grants for paint and funding public art and events. So they did encourage the committee to reach out to businesses to donate materials for any murals that need to go up, contact businesses to see if they are willing to support the murals. What else? And then Councillor Hart did identify that she is assigned to the America's 250th anniversary, and that is in 2026. And there is a handout that I have here, and Councillor Hart can go into further detail about it. The handout.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you were able to send one?
I did. I sent her a copy as well.
Just yeah. So one of the things that with this America 250 is to yes, obviously we can read the parts where it talks about if this is the anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And the Washington State has kind of put together its own uh, uh, commemorative kind of ideas that we could do. What's really, I think, is really exciting is the things that the council has talked about is for us to kind of to focus on our first few things that we're going to be doing are part and parcel of what the 250 project is.
Mhm.
So the murals, the music, some plays, different things like that. The four things that I think if you flip over the page there's a key dates and that we're going to really, I think what the art commission can help to lead and push on are the key dates for the 250, and we can get help from the Washington State 250 committee for any resources. Of course, we're going to have to get some money locally, donations and that sort of thing for locally. But the key ones we want to work on are the June 14th, the day of service. Um, we could do that anyway. We could do it, it's just before school gets out. So if we had some way to get some of the schools involved and maybe with a day of service just around their schools, picking up trash or something like that. The Independence Day, I think that the Lions Club always puts on the 4th of July. But there's other things that we could do. We could sponsor, I don't know, we could do all kinds of things. We could have a parade. We could have a little Miss Patriot, little Mr. and Mrs. Patriot, have kids have a little a costume contest or something along those lines. But we want to collaborate with the different doing.
Thank you, Chelsea. Actually, I was gonna bring that up. That grant. I believe it expired or closed recently.
It's closed.
But
shoot.
Yes, but I was hoping that we could reach out to the program manager and tell him that we're barely starting up this committee
Right.
and hope we can sympathize and still make the cut for that. I believe it's like 6,000 or not 6,000.
It's 1,000 a ton.
1,000,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, with
Yeah.
$1,000, we could do a lot too. Can you explain that a little bit too, Chelsea? What you have in mind here?
Yeah, so this is a grant that I had brought up to Councilwoman Vicky Frausto and a couple other community members a few weeks back. But given just the timeline, I received this newsletter with the notification about this grant a few days or so, like a couple weeks before. I wouldn't say a few days. I think it was a couple weeks before it closed. But just given the shuffle in terms of like leadership and all of that, I just figured it was best to wait. However, because Yakima Valley is a high area that they are considering and it's rural, because we haven't applied to grants like this, there might be an option for them to extend the grant deadline. I have reached out to the person in charge of this grant, so I'm hoping to hear back soon.
And I just noticed as we're going through there, it talks about. Could you scroll back just talks about requirements there, and I think we can fit those requirements easily enough. But what would we? I think biggest part is what kind of project would we want to ask for money for? Do we want to set that money aside for a mural? Do we want to do a mural that focuses on Hispanic culture? Had you had a thought on that, or had you spoken with the other council member about that?
Yes, I have. And I think the idea is, I mean, we've had a lot of different murals. We have statues in our area, but where we fall short greatly is definitely in terms of the cultural just celebration and recognition of the large community that we have here. And because this is also falling under America's 250th anniversary, I think this should also be considered under the project in general of America's 250th anniversary, especially given the cultural relevance. So I just think that we can be more creative here. And I know that I've actually spoken to Commissioner Sasati regarding ideas for the mural, and we definitely want it modeled or at least inspired by some of the murals that are featured at Harrison Middle School, which are very beautiful and striking. And I think it would be a great opportunity to not only bring in new local artists, but also include like maybe some of our students, include the community, kind of similarly to the mural that was done in our downtown area where the gazebo is, Centennial Square. There was that mural there that a lot of community members took part in that said Sunnyside with the cow. So I think that's just kind of the idea of inspiration.
So we have, can I?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So there's two things we need to do. The first thing, just looking at this we're kind of aiming at that. Do we feel comfortable going after this grant, seeing if we can get this grant? I mean, that's my first thought.
I would say, yeah, if they give us an extension, right, for us to apply for it, I would say yes.
I agree.
Okay, so then do we want to do some sort of art project along the lines of what Chelsea has kind of described?
Yeah, I came in with the same idea. Definitely want to highlight our farm worker community, and highlighting that, I feel like agriculture is a really good staple in Sunnyside, but for too long, the industry has been highlighted and not the actual the workers. So
Yeah.
to see that come to life would be
I
amazing.
think that would be an awesome thing.
Yeah.
And we could open that, and because one of the projects there says art, heritage, culture as primary component. So if we do that, of course it's Washington, and you're here in Sunnyside, Yakima Valley, and the project needs to be open to the public. And we've already named, the students, and it may be some. I know there's some really good artists out there in the Hispanic community. I would love to be able to give them the recognition that personally that they're due.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Chase is always doing different kinds of things, but I would love to see him do more cultural.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's really good on a lot of these stuff, but there are others out there too. The guy from Toppenish who did the Yellowstone Trail downtown.
Mhm.
That was really beautiful. So
I think too that especially when we're talking about like capturing, students participating or our students in general, I would love to see a mural with somebody with their graduation on them.
Yeah.
With like their diploma, getting handed their diploma and things like that, because when you see your students like, okay, this is something that they'll get to see. So it's like, okay, let's think about graduation, but then not only that, like get into higher education, technical, whatever it is, but that's to inspire them of,
it would really be good, I think, to kind of build on some of the points of that. It might be if we could get a couple of the art teachers from there's a young lady who's teaching art at Harrison Middle School that participated in the Lions Club's Peace Poster. She got last year we only had about 10 kids involved. This year we had 124. We only give out one award. It was feel so bad, so we give a second one. but that's how that program grows. But I think that if we can get the art teachers involved in it, I'm not sure who's teaching art at the high school, and I don't know who's doing it at Sierra Vista or at the other schools, the younger schools. But if we can find that out, maybe work with the school on putting together. I think we have to first put together some sort of a project that we could offer while we're, go ahead and see with the possibility of getting that grant. But maybe there's some other grants that we could also look for too. Does that seem like a possibility, Chelsea?
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually going to give a call to the program person in charge of this grant after this meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So I can definitely follow up with an email and let you guys know how that goes if I hear back
Yes.
today.
Yeah.
But I think this is a great starting point. I know that there's other just like general like funding opportunities out there. So like we're not I guess restricted to just pursuing the Washington State Art Commission grants. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's still obviously as well, you know, raising funds among businesses and things like that. But I think if we can go after these grants, which I think has been a missed opportunity for us, we should. Because Yakima County and especially Sunnyside is usually like an area that people want to award things to, which is kind of great for us to be in that
It really
position.
is.
Right.
Really is. And we can sometimes feel like a desert of no art. So it'd be nice to prop that up. That's just a good thing. But just let's go. So I think that could be one of our. Does that sound like you're the chair?
Right.
You decide. You
No,
go ahead.
I feel like we're all in agreement with pursuing this mural project, potentially being funded with this Arts Washington grant. Hopefully, if it gets extended to us
Yeah.
to apply. So yes, I think that would be a good project to pursue.
And I agree. I think, and if we can't get a Hail Mary out of the Art Washington project, then perhaps we can be looking at some other grants out there as well.
And or business
Or
participation, sponsorship.
Yeah, definitely want the businesses to be
Yeah,
involved in this because we want to maybe put some of these murals downtown on their walls.
exactly.
The one thing that always bothers me about when you put murals on private property is that it's happened to us several times. For example, the beautiful cow, the one that was over there on where Rise Up Bakery is. There was that one that was done a few years ago.
Yeah.
And as soon as those people moved in there, they painted over it. It was like my heart just broke.
Yeah.
Because that young man he'd come here special and he put up that mural with some help from, I think Jory Anderson was kind of behind that project. And then it just disappeared. And it makes you sad when the person puts in all that work. We want to make sure that they will be promised to leave it up at least 4 years or 3 years, or if we're doing on private property, we can get some sort of a commitment from them to leave it up for a while.
So to add on to that, Pasco, I believe, has a website where they encourage businesses to apply to use their wall space for murals.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And the thing is that I'm assuming Pasco has way more money than we do because they're offering a reimbursement of up to $5,000. So basically, the business, I believe, is the one taking on the initial cost, and then they pitch the design to the Arts Commission, and then the Arts Commission approves it. So then once it gets finalized, that reimbursement goes through.
Yeah, and I think we would want to have some sort of form some sort of a criteria as well, so that we don't just have, I don't know what's the worst thing I can think of, but bad art. We want to have good art,
right? And they have a process, as you can see here, where they even tell you like what limits within city, like city limits, you meet this programs requirements for.
We can work towards that if we can, work towards getting the money so we can do a reimbursement like that. But if we could get businesses to buy into this, and then also to buy into the fact that they ask for the murals on their walls, that would be brilliant.
Exactly.
We create a form on our website that for businesses to sign up. We just won't add the financial piece or the reimbursement.
Yeah.
Who's willing to host a mural on their
exactly.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I think that's exactly.
So we can get an idea of what's out there for locations.
And can you, let me see, what's that website there?
I just Googled City of Pasco mural and it's a Paint Pasco mural program.
Okay, I think we want to take some closer look at that. to, is anybody willing to, you're the chair again, I'm sorry. I'm a pushy woman, you must.
I'm new to this, so I will.
know.
By the second meeting, I'll be a little firmer.
And I will try to keep my.
So who is there anybody that would like to take on the research of this? I could continue myself, or I could open this up for anybody else if anybody's curious or has better connections to Pasco.
I don't have any connections, but since you brought it up, you want to go ahead and follow it up?
I can follow up with this, yes.
Are you good on time, like with your?
Yeah.
Okay,
You got time?
that'd be good.
Yes.
What do you do for your day job?
I am a bookkeeper for a local nonprofit in Sunnyside named Aya.
Oh, good for you.
Yes.
And you're
I work at YBC.
YBC. Okay. We have lots of talented people. All right. So let's go ahead and can we go
I've
back?
got my hand up. Sorry. You guys have been discussing for a little. I know it's a little bit difficult with Zoom, so
Well, sometimes just say, Madam Chair, and then if we don't see your hand up, go ahead and just say Madam Chair, and we'll come back to you. She'll acknowledge you.
okay. Well, Madam
Is that
Chair.
okay?
Yeah.
Yes, Chelsea.
Yeah, if you have any issues in terms of like connecting with Pasco, I know everybody over there on the city council, and I also know Cafe Con Arte. I know the owner very well, and he's one of the big like art activists over there. He does a lot of the big murals and is connected to quite a bit of like Latino Chicano artists. And so he would be a very good resource and connection in all of this.
Yeah.
I think that's some real legs for it. Yeah.
For sure. Chelsea, would you feel more comfortable leading this then if you already have the existing connections, or would you have the time to connect me with them? I'm open to whatever works best for us overall.
I'd rather connect you because I'm doing this thing called boundaries, and so I really can't take on more. So since you already kind of are familiar with Pasco's program, I can just introduce you to Saul and then whoever else on the council.
Thank you for that, Chelsea.
Just for the sake of capturing a couple of things here, can we make a note that we should probably want to would like to get in touch with the local high school and middle school art teachers.
Yes.
Is that
I feel like that actually does anybody currently know how many art clubs Sunnyside has?
Art clubs?
Is there any art clubs that exist?
Well, elementary schools also have art teachers.
Oh, right, elementary.
So I want to flag that. I think we should include our elementary students. I know.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and I know the art teacher at CK. Just because my partner is a teacher there, so I can connect with at least that teacher.
And I know the art teacher at Harrison Middle, but I'm not familiar with. But I can reach out to a couple of the art teachers and bring up this program and what we're trying to do with it.
I'm in between the middle school and the high schools often, so I could also connect. I can see who.
As long as we just kind of let each other know who did you talk to, so we don't overwhelm them.
Yes.
Does anybody have contacts with Sun Valley too? I don't want them to go unnoticed.
Yeah, we need to get the little guys out there too. I don't know who they're. I'm just trying to, and the Christian school too, because they've got an art teacher as well.
Like I know a couple of the teachers at the elementary. Maybe I can get the connection of who their art person or art teacher would be.
Perfect.
So if you want, I can do SHS, Sun Valley. And did you say middle school, somewhere in the middle school, Julia? Or
I said Harrison Middle School.
So I'll do Sierra Vista.
And you get Sierra. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I can do CK Pioneer in Washington.
Okay.
I think it would be helpful since we're spewing a lot of magic here, but I think we need to possibly start like a spreadsheet with like who we're contacting and when like who decided, I guess who's responsible for that contact and like when they were contacted and who's following up. I just think it would be helpful just that way we're like organized because I know that this is a volunteer position and I want to make sure that we're not, missing a beat and,
Well, I think that's a really good point. As we start making our goals, even the things that we've talked about today, Jackie, is there a way to put some of this into
Yeah, I do. So far, I have that Chelsea is assigned to the grant. Deanna is assigned to the mural program with Pasco. Sandra's assigned to contacting the Sunnyside High School, Sun Valley, and Sierra Vista. Did I get that right?
I'll look too, that way
Alright.
we're in the same down.
Okay, and then I have Counselor Hart contacting Harrison. And then Chelsea will contact CK, Washington, and Pioneer. Did I get that correct?
yes.
Counselor Hart will also, or did you say for the Christian school?
Yeah, I can do Christian school
Okay,
too.
got it. I can start something. I'll see if we're not fancy yet and don't have the online like Excel. We don't have it.
Yeah.
But I can start something and then I'll reach out to you all that maybe you guys can update live with your
Right,
any updates. Yeah. So I'll send it out. I have this noted here.
okay. And then that way, like, the council always has what they have, a little status report. So they have different goals and then they have it assigned to somebody. And then they have kind of a deadline of when they'd like to have remarks on. Since we're just getting started and all of this is really gonna come up big time in January. But as much information as we can get now before we go into January and what the major project is. I think our big project being murals. I think we can get the bigger bang for our buck with that one.
Yeah,
And I think the community wants to see that kind of art.
so is that where we're going as a commission at this moment?
I think, don't you guys kind of feel that's what we're just kind of feels like.
Yeah, just
consensus.
Yeah.
Okay, which doesn't mean that's the only thing.
Oh, no, of course, I'm just,
And those assignments, I have them that you are contacting their arts program or
Mhm.
arts club, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
right.
And, okay, the direction there is for arts program. Anything specific or you're just looking for volunteers to help? Is
Yeah,
that it? Okay.
primarily, yeah. We're
Once we
gonna
get the.
once we get the contacts with the teachers, then we can, maybe they have somebody
Okay.
they'll assign to help us be our contact.
yeah,
Cause that would really be helpful. So they have a lot of things that they have on their assignment list already.
Yeah.
And how do they work this in?
right.
So,
Kennewick has an artist registry, where they have opened it up to the public for them to submit just like an interest in being a potential artist that the city could hire on or work with. Along with my research with the Pasco mural program, I can add that research on just to see if it's some of the mechanics we can bring on to this and that we can solidify like an actual like database of like art artists.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Sunnyside used to have quite the community of local artists.
Mhm.
Of course, they're all, but I think that all we have to really do is if we start advertising for artists
Mhm.
and creating our own registry,
Mhm.
I think we might be surprised who's available.
Exactly.
already out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Chelsea, do we have your hand raised or is that from before?
Yes, me again. Sorry. I just have a lot of thoughts because I've been thinking about this.
Well, go ahead and speak up. Don't don't sit there in silence, girl.
Well, don't worry. It's hard for me to be silent. I think everybody here knows that. But I just wanted to flag that there is a local, like all woman art collective full of like Latina Chicana identifying artists. They're called the Mezca Collective. So they're all, one of them is I think from Yakima and the rest are from the Lower Yakima Valley. And one of them also did the mural inside of Catalina's. So I think that might be a good starting point, because they are already locally based and they know the area and they do kind of, I think, similar styles that maybe we'd be looking for.
Yeah.
What was the name of the group again?
It's called Mezcla Collective,
How do you spell that?
Mezcla.
See what?
CLA.
LA. Mezcla.
MEZ.
It's like
CLA.
the mix, right? Like
Yeah.
the mix, la mezcla.
I think that's a really good idea.
Am I assigning that to someone?
Yeah, Chelsea.
That she said
No.
that.
Yeah, I'll happily take it on.
Okay.
Okay. You do be aware of your own boundaries, because we don't have to take on the world. We just, like, we could set some little goals, some short-term goals and some long-term goals. And I think we wanna really try to do that as well. That's why even with the Washington Sunnyside 250, I mean, just being able to come up with a project for June 14th, July 4th, August 8th, and then September 17th, I think. Can I talk about that for just a minute while think we got
Oh yeah, go right ahead, Julia. I could stay quiet for the next few minutes.
okay, no, this is good. One of the things is that the 250 thing is you're talking about is we the people, out of many, we're, out of how is that go? Out of many we are one, or out of one we are many?
Out of many, one.
One, right. So we the people, we really want to examine that. And in our community, we really, I think more than most people realize, we would embrace that. Maybe it's only on your corner, or maybe it's only on my corner, but there are probably many corners that we could blend together if we knew who was there, So that's one of the things I think we really want to inspire more active and civic inspiring civic engagement. I think that's one of the things we can do. And we've done a lot of it in the last few years. The civic engagement from the don't want to call it Hispanic community or the Latina. You guys have to give me the right word. It's like use all of them interchangeably, but they're not. But I think that we want to be able to continue to grow that civic engagement, because certainly there's voices to be heard from. Yeah, and it's really been proven in the last couple of years. And I'm really thrilled about that, having lived here for 50 years and seen nobody to lots of buddies.
Right.
So that's even so who's included, who's excluded in the concept of we the people. And I think those, that can go in with when we're talking about the registry, we're talking about the cultural and inspired murals and all of that, and the power of place, the geography. How come Sunnyside is where all these folks came to live, and their families stayed here and grew their families here? And that's one of the things that it talks about. If you guys remember on your calendars, September, I think it's in September, is the Spanish, not a Spanish, but a Mexican holiday that really celebrates patriots.
Our independence. The Mexican independence.
That day, yeah. And it's around September 17th or 16th. It usually happens around Sunshine Days, I think. But that's something that when we get to September 17th, the day of civic engagement, we could do some speeches downtown at the gazebo. We could invite people, legislators who are of cultural, diversity, and have folks come down and have or go to the schools and go into the schools and talk to the children and offer those as role models. I mean, we can do this any way we want.
Chelsea sent a link.
Yep, it's a link.
Let's see.
I think this kind of aligns with what you're talking about, Julia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the Washington State Tourism also offers arts and
Yes.
culture grants. And this can be used for like any kind of events to bring in tourism, and can include public art installations, festivals. And so that might be a cool way to like link, like, I guess.
Oh, yeah, the public art installations, it'd be great to be able to,
Yeah.
Further down the line, you guys are here for what, 4 years? Is that right, Jackie? On
Yes,
this
4
commission?
years, yes.
4 years, so that gives you time to do more than just one project.
Right.
So,
And then you can also assign the other members to stuff.
yeah, Chase,
Like they're not here, so they can't say yes or no.
They can't say.
No.
Hey, well, in that case.
Yeah, you're like,
Happy
to live to them.
I think Chase will be great in terms of like leveraging his already established relationships with businesses, since he's already gotten like a lot of support with the murals. So I think
Oh, yeah.
so if we need help with fundraising, I think we'll need to tap him in.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's having a gallery showing, when is that? It's coming up. Is it next week? Is it Sunday? If he was here, I'd ask him. Yeah, so those two folks, we should definitely figure that, here's your assignment. Since you weren't here, Deanna says you're gonna do this. So let me see.
Does anybody have a relationship with the Sunnyside Museum?
And the museum, I think, is going to be a very good resource for us. Sis Kennard is on the museum board. And right now, they're in the process of remodeling and renovating and updating like crazy. And I think that the art commission can certainly get some good ideas out of there for some murals. They did I think I mentioned it to city council the other night, but it was actually St. Joseph's Church, and it's probably about 30 years ago. They did oral histories with all the Catholic families that were first generation families in Sunnyside.
Oh, like settlers.
Yeah, kind of early settlers in the farmer community, and who were members of the Catholic Church, and business people on the radio. Let me see who's Paul Mendez. Paul Mendez with the radio station. He was the first here in the Valley to do radio commercials, and then also had his own Mexican music on weekends and things. But we got ads for. There's a lot of history there, and I think we can gather up a lot of it with the museum. I'm not sure what you were kind of naming that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really know what the museum has curated in these last years, nor do I know how diverse their displays are. So I definitely, I'm always going to be advocating for my culture, but I also have to be aware that many people reside in Sunnyside and many other cultures as well. And I think it's within theme, like you mentioned, with the America's 250, that we embrace everybody. And I think while we would have some strong suggestions for our side of things, maybe the museum could give some other insight.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that we would want to have the museum be one of our resources.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that something you can connect with?
I think I can work on doing that.
Okay. Yeah. Or you could handle
Assign it.
Yeah, you could
assign it to somebody else.
Yeah. I don't mean to assign anybody anything. It's just when I ask if that's something, you guys feel free to be like, I can give you the contact number.
Well, actually, it's interesting that you bring up the museum, because I was just talking with Sis Kennard about a week ago, just before Thanksgiving, and I was talking about where they were going with the museum, and we were talking with all the different kinds of kiosks they were wanting to build that could be like tap a little button and it would tell you a story about whatever this is and that is. Just really gonna be fun, I think. So, but then there's from the first cattlemen in the valley to the first settlers in the valley, the Christian colony that really started, you know, this Sunnyside, and then how we brought in the workers during World War II, and how the family started staying and just becoming part of the community. There's stories, I mean, there's stories. I talked with Jane Hernandez, who is a principal out at Sun Valley. I talked with her one time, and she was talking about their family was the first ones to have a house on the hill, on Harrison Hill. Unheard of. And she got picked on, their family and kids got picked on the bus. What are you doing? This isn't your bus, you know.
Was she also at the middle school at one point at Harrison?
Yeah, she taught there too. Yeah, she's been a principal there too. And then she went to the Sundown. But anyway, she told me those stories, and I'm like, and her dad was really active with the migrant council. So, but there's all these stories that need to be collected and saved. And
Who took on that project of that book? That I keep seeing is it the Sunnyside Sun that they created this history
Yeah,
book of Sunnyside? I was at Hairworks and they had one, and I was flipping through it, and I was like, wow, how awesome would it be to like keep this project alive, you know, to add on to the stories that they've already collected.
I think we could, you know, getting a hold of Ileana at the newspaper to say, hey, how would you guys feel about being a part of this 250 and maybe thinking about putting another book out?
That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. So let me talk to Martinez. Seems she thinks I'm almost a real person. No, she.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that would be really a cool thing to do. And then with the museum, I think that would be a good place. I don't know, the museum will be open in time for this August date.
Oh, I see.
But they might be able to give us kind of a walkthrough, maybe a video walkthrough. You know, the zoom in kind of a thing.
I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know what the conditions of the building are right now, like whether it's heated, but the Arts Commission used to host a meeting there.
I think we would like to do that at some point.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So what do we got for all our contacts up there? Does that seem like do we want to keep our meetings to maybe like an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot to think about.
Yeah, I agree.
Spell that right? Mike and
Ian.
Yeah. If you let me be here for too long, I might give us 10 more projects.
Well, the good news is we're going to meet regularly.
Yeah.
You know, we can meet with this first bit of projects. Now, this is something that we may have to. Normally these commissions only meet once a month.
Right.
But in as much as that we have kind of some serious deadlines there to work with, maybe we might want to, if it fits into our schedules, to be able to meet maybe twice. Jackie, is that going to be a problem?
Twice a month? No, you guys can set however many meetings you want.
I'm thinking just to get us started, because we're taking on, first of all, starting up the commission from scratch, basically. And then trying to take on the 250, some things from that which are going to coincide with what the murals and all this other bits of history that we're trying to build. The art around art installations around, because we also got to go out and do inventory.
Yes.
Of the businesses who might be interested. I love the idea. Well, convention, but we might want to think about.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just raising my hand for Chelsea.
Yes. Go ahead, Chelsea.
Yeah, I just was also wondering, not to add more work on you, Jackie, but is there any way we can also start like a list of ideas that we have? Because I know right now we have we're very enthusiastic and there's a lot of good stuff coming out, but just so we kind of know like, okay, like maybe once we tackle this grant project, we know that like, okay, this might be the next thing we can take on, like the book, even possibility of, you were talking about some of the untold stories about like your friend, what was it, Jean Hernandez. It would be kind of cool to do a storytelling project of capturing that too. Like, I don't know, like I just think it would be cool to have like an ongoing list.
Yeah, I can do it.
And I think from today's conversations, we've got some
Yes.
pretty cool ideas
Yeah,
to start with.
Yeah, I agree. I think we do have a good one.
ideas, and then we'll move.
And those are gonna be our contacts, point of contacts.
Yeah.
So instead of this, I'll put this one here. So Sunnyside Sun, new historical book. Is there anything else I can remove from this list?
Well, let's talk about the mural,
Okay, so mural.
is that, cause that's, I think, I think that's one of the first things I think that the council is really hoping we could
Achieve.
yeah.
Oh, so we have we'll have the mural. Or
Even if we can do storytelling like on videos, right, where it can then get posted like on our website or something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Like videos, right? Like just.
we could have people submit videos.
Mm-hmm. Arts Washington has, I believe it's Arts Washington, or WA, that has a running like online gallery of art installations around the state of Washington. So as we add also like projects to the city, we can submit it to them and give people a little bit more of an insight of what the art means, and like I think it like encourages tourism and people that follow art, to go find these places. It also discloses that some of these places might not be open to the public because some of the artwork, for example, was installed in like inside schools.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So
we have to do, like, if they're having an open house, can we include, can we go look at your art walk during your open house?
Yeah.
Or I was just thinking, another one. Inside restaurants. The restaurants around here have some of them have really great art.
Right.
Murals inside the restaurants.
Yeah.
And Isadora has some really great art. The outside of Taco Bell, I think even the outside of the new Starbucks has some sort of a mural thingy going on.
Yeah, you're right.
And,
you're 100% right.
So I think that those kinds of things we want.
Exactly. And then Chelsea mentioned Catalina's mural as well.
Absolutely. That's what she was saying.
Yeah. So I completely agree. I think there's something that we could,
because we can help to promote their businesses by while you're eating and admire the murals,
What would that be called? Like an online gallery?
I think we could call it for just to start it.
Yeah.
Gallery.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how ambitious this is, but you guys can shut me down. I really would love to see what Prosser has in their park, where it's like a little stage and like some seating that they.
Oh, the amphitheater.
Yes, I don't know if that's something.
Do you know that up in Central Park, it's above where the skateboard is.
Okay.
There is a stage, and that's where they usually do the horse dancing. And the a Canadian theater group back in the 90s put in a stage, just a flat stage. And we always hope to add some seating, and I think the amphitheater seating would be the best way to go there.
Right.
And I think that what you're talking about is a really great. We used to do plays in that.
Yeah, and that's what I envisioned. I envisioned for like dance recitals, plays, bands to go and play.
Dance recitals there.
Yeah.
And one of the local dance schools, the Sunnyside Academy, I think it was. It used to be Martin's School of Dance.
Yes.
Yeah, she would have her kids do a summer recital in the park and in the evenings and stuff. We've had beauty pageants. Carrie Alvarez's daughter, Marley. Is that right?
Yeah.
She did a fashion show a pageant
Yeah.
out there with a bunch of little kids and stuff. So we could promote that as a, bring in groups, bring in,
Yeah, it'd be nice to like in the summertime, right, when it gets dark later or whatever, if we were to do a talent show with it.
Yes, that would be amazing. Highlighting the talent.
there's so much talent.
Yeah. So how do you guys feel about
Be cool.
how does the commission feel about adding the development of that structuring?
I think we should put that as a capital project
Uh-huh.
to take to the city and say, look,
Okay.
this is something I'm just talking out of the top of my head, Jackie. You know how I go. I would love to see, like you said, the amphitheater seating have a cover over the kind of one of those sail things over the top of the stage part itself. Right now it faces up to Park Avenue, but you could turn it around and you have the audience on the lower end of it, and then that way you would be then you would have the light behind the actors or whoever's on the stages, because I think it could work both ways. It's got electric. There's already electricity up there.
Maybe this is one that we can give to the Parks and Recreation Commission to review.
Let's bring them into it. Let's invite them to a meeting and say, hey, look, we'd like to collaborate with the Parks Commission, and this is what we're thinking about. We'd like to promote this.
Yeah.
We already know that the day, I don't know if you guys know, but the Daybreak Rotary are wanting to put a splash pad at Central Park where that one playground area is. They're gonna move that and they're gonna put a splash pad there.
Okay.
And so I don't know how where that's gonna happen, but if you see the Summer Ale Fest going on, a couple of beers so we can get the money to get the beverage, the adult beverage.
Yes, Chelsea.
Yeah, I just wanted to flag, echoing kind of what Deanna had brought up. I know that Grandview also has a really good amphitheater. They have like their their summer concert series.
Yes.
I know that when I spoke to the mayor there, she talked about how she had applied to certain grants. So maybe we should connect with her and see how they did it.
Is that Ashley?
Yes.
I would could do that because I would love to see that happen. Yeah.
Thank you for taking that.
Yeah. Let me put myself down here.
What was it called again? Summer.
The outdoor summer concert series.
Summer concert. Okay.
And is this something that could potentially generate revenue for the city as well if people would be interested in renting that, if it becomes a big project,
if the Over the Hill gang decide that they want to do one of their dinner in the park, mystery thing.
Yeah.
Mystery theater. You bring your own picnic, and then you get to participate as who. I don't know if you've done mystery theaters or not, but the audience, so who done it, and the audience gets to participate. It's kind of like Clue. If you guys ever played,
I have
Butler with candlestick and the light.
Yes.
But we could use the amphitheater for anything like that. You could rent it out to the YPAC for recitals. I mean, maybe even have a mariachi band up there.
Yeah.
Or just a bunch of kids that got a garage band that they want to, or have boxing demonstrations, or it could be, we could use it for many, many kinds, and we could get money for it, that one.
Yes.
From LTAC.
Oh.
Because if we can get people to come to us to participate from 50 miles away or more, we can get LTAC money, which is the lodging tax money. We have to apply to them for it. I think that's right, isn't it, Jackie?
Yes, we put heads in beds.
Heads in beds. That's what we got.
Awesome. I love where this conversation's going.
Yeah, we probably want to put a sock in it for now.
Yep, exactly.
And see if Jackie's been able to capture
let's review what I've got.
Okay.
Okay, so ideas, the new historical book with the Sunnyside Sun, murals, a form for businesses to sign up.
For the, yeah.
For the murals, storytelling,
Mhm.
a community mural gallery, and I'll list out the ones that you said, Catalina's.
Conquistador, Hawaii, are the two I'm thinking of. I think there's some more out there, but those are the only ones I
And
really, yeah.
And
Hawaii.
then you said Starbucks has one, right?
Yeah, Starbucks has one on the outside and Taco Bell has one on the outside.
And you
a
want me to
mural.
list those two?
Yeah, I think so. I think we could do a map eventually of
Mm,
where all the murals were.
yes.
You know, Toppenish has one, but they even have a big sign up where those were at.
Chelsea has her hand up.
Again, Chelsea,
Go ahead, Chelsea.
talk at us, Chelsea.
Yes. Hey, my laptop was freaking out. Zoom kicked me out, and then I think there's two of me on here now. But what's it called? I was gonna say, yeah, like I think building the map would be really cool, and it wouldn't take a lot of time. I've designed maps like that before. And so it'd be pretty quick once we identify which ones we want to feature and then when like the timeline for all of that. And I also just wanted to add, I guess, to the ideas. I know Prosser does like an art walk, and I know it's like wine related, but we don't have to make it wine related. We can just have it open to everybody. So
Yeah.
maybe that's something to think about.
Is it art
It's
walk or
called-
art wall?
It's walk.
Art walk,
Okay,
yeah.
you get a glass of wine and you walk around and look at the art.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Could probably do something like that with our farmers market or something.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
You know, some way to, there's so many possibilities. If just being able to make the connections with some of these
Yeah.
and what we're talking about is bringing the art together into each one of these things. The art is there.
Yes.
It's recognizing where it's at. And I think that
Okay, and so
I'm so excited.
for assignments, I have the following.
Okay, wait, I gotta turn my paper over, sorry. Okay.
And I can email this to you. I can even print it right now so you have it.
Okay, that would be cool.
So you have to write.
That would be great, because now I have to go to the rest because that's so exciting.
Okay, I can print this all out. Chelsea, do you see it on your screen?
Yes, and you're gonna invite us to collaborate on this doc, right? So we can
Yeah,
add-
like I said, we're not fancy like that yet. So I'll try to figure out, maybe I'll get an account or something. I'll ask IT so we can get this online for you all to live edit.
Perfect.
Okay, so I will print it out, and then I will send a live edit link or something. So we need good ideas.
I know.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Okay. What else do we have? So you receive items from commission members. Is there any more items that you'd like to present? Okay.
I think the only other thing that if we can add to that list, sorry, which would be very, I think, easy and doable, is building like, I know that there's already been talks about building a strong partnership in general with the school district, but you know, the high school has plays happening all the time. And I think it would be just an easy lift for the city and for the art commission to just promote when those are happening. You know, because that falls under, you know, arts and culture.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a really great point.
That I've added it to the list now. And then I'll add it like a assignment to me since I share. Nice.
Like Chelsea, is that like a newsletter type of promotion that you're kind of throwing out there, or is it more like just like ads, like promoting it on social medias and stuff like that?
Maybe a combination of it. And then it would be kind of cool too if like as arts commissioners, like we go out of our way to just attend some of these
Yes.
events in our capacity, and like that, like it's just it doesn't take too much. So just going and taking a picture like, hey, come support, like this is happening this weekend or whatever, you know.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you.
Does our website have like a specific page just for like the art commission?
Yes, there is, and then I can add like another page to it.
So that would be good too, that's where we can, like some of the promotion could be on there.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
so far I'll add the business website to it and the promotion of plays and anything that you guys send me. If there's anything you guys become aware of, I can post it on there too.
Okay.
If you send it to me early enough, I will. Let's see, where are you guys? So I go to councils and commissions and then I do Sunnyside Arts Commission. This is your page. And so I can just add on an extension or I can continue on, just keep listing things.
Okay,
This-
that's awesome.
And then that form that I'm kind of referenced will look similar to this ribbon cutting one where people
Yes.
just put in their names, they can upload pictures of this is the wall that I want.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe if they even wanna,
and I can set it up so that anytime anyone submits this form, you all get a copy so everyone becomes aware of it at the same time.
Love that.
So
but I love it too, it's a great idea.
okay, cool.
Okay, this is, I promise, the final idea because I have to hop off right now for another meeting. But I know that the council had talked about in the past about having like a youth representative. And I think
Yes.
given the fact that the Arts Commission, we're really trying to strengthen the partnership with the school districts and our youth and like, having them take part in the murals. I think it would be cool to try to get like whether it's a youth rep or an intern or something so we can have like that youth voice at the table.
Absolutely, I absolutely
And
agree.
you do have one vacancy, so if you know of anyone, you can give them the
We could
application.
do that person as a youth person,
Yeah.
and that maybe we might get some from the art teachers. When
Yeah,
we talk to the art
Yes.
teachers.
Yes, that would be amazing.
so, and I'll show
I
you
love that.
all, I know you all filled out the same application, but I'll show you where it's at. And one thing that we do, right now, it's not a requirement that it's a youth, but just like the Parks and Recreation Commission, the board, they are required to have it by code, so we can do that for the Arts Commission where we amend the code to say that it is a requirement for that sixth member to be youth.
Yes.
But it's up to
You guys
whatever
think
want.
that's a good idea?
Yeah, I do think.
I do.
Yeah, does everybody?
So would you like for me to prepare that for council consideration to amend the Sunnyside Municipal Code for that to be a requirement?
Does
This is what we do, make it so.
Okay.
Definitely. I love that. This is super
That's a brilliant
exciting.
idea, guys, I think that's brilliant.
On that, I do have a question. Is the Arts Commission considered a public agency, or is it like it's? And I asked this because when I was researching grants, that was like a big part of the eligibility or not. Like, are we gonna be considered like a 501c3? No, right? So
We're just advisory boards and
To the
up
council.
to the
Yeah.
council. So
I think at some point, if we get large enough and we get to the point where we can, I think we could. And people in the community wanted to break this into, have what you're talking about, I can't think of the word right now.
like it's something to be.
If it's its own entity, then we could do that, and then we could be, that way we could go out and we could solicit funds a little better. Right now, we're kind of at the mercy of where can we find a grant?
Right. Well,
And donations.
because with that being said, there could be partnerships that we establish with 501c3s that do have the ability to apply for these grants.
And I think that's a great idea, I
Yeah.
think we can do that now, it's just that we are not
Okay.
a 501.
Yeah, I just wanted to
But
understand.
we could certainly become partners with them, they could become partners with us.
and
And then that way their 501 could be strengthened by the fact that they are connected to us,
Mm-hmm. Right.
that we acknowledge them as their own entity,
Mhm.
so we could take advantage of that. There's so much potential here, good girls. I just love this. Just love it. I may have to run for reelection.
Recruiting youth.
Yes, we're gonna.
So I think that's the best way to do is go to your art teachers and say, we're looking, I don't know if we want a high school kid or do we want a middle school kid? I think we don't want to actually get an elementary one. but I think that there's some kids who are in middle school who are pretty damn sharp. And high school kids, they're more shy, but this is leadership. This is learning leadership. And that's something that Vicki and I have been really together on as far as bringing in more youth programs.
And before we lose Chelsea to her
Yeah.
other meeting, if we set a date for the next
Yeah,
meeting,
let's do that.
and then what agenda items would you like on?
I would say if we meet every 2 weeks, right, until we get established, like where we're at that point where we can meet once a month.
So
So can we do maybe every other Friday?
Every other Friday.
well, let's look at a calendar.
The next Friday is the 19th, and as of right now, I'm completely open.
As am I.
You're open? Or you're
Yeah.
gone?
I am available.
Available.
So I think we should lock it in if everyone's available that
I'm
day.
good. I'm
Yeah,
available.
and maybe we can get Jesse and Chase in here to get their assignments.
Yes.
I know this is gonna be a real working, just like with the Parks and Recs, they are working commissions.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. You don't want to waste your volunteers' time. You want them working, you want them to see success and see goals achieved.
And I'll be out of the office on the 19th, but if you tell me what time, I can try to just come in for that. And
I'm wondering, is 2:00, is that too late in the day, or is it too early, or is there a better time?
I think
Is-
personally 2:00's good.
I am available on the 19th at any time, so 2 p.m. is fine with me. But I do want to respect my work's hours as well for future meetings. So if once we can, I don't know, do we need to establish the time like for every meeting today, like right now? Like
I think it would be best since we're all in the room, but it's up to you.
okay.
Well, I know the others didn't show up, but I think that maybe we can have something on the 19th, right? We're meeting the 19th, but then also when they're all here, then we can move forward on what times would work best.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that would
interesting.
I think that would suit me. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
go ahead, Chelsea.
I agree with that. And I just want to flag that right now, the next meeting date, which would be in January, I'm available. And I would like to get that figured out ASAP because I do work a lot during the months of January and March during session.
So this is the first Friday of the month, is it not? First Friday?
Yeah.
And do you guys, and then we're gonna be working in 2 weeks
The 19th.
on the 19th. Oops, I gotta go back one more.
Do we want to maybe possibly do it during the lunch hour, like the noon hour
We
on
could-
Friday?
That works for me. If we're gonna stick to a 1 hour meeting.
If we can
Yeah.
stick to a 1 hour meeting.
Do you
Yeah.
want to move the 19th to
Um,
noon?
To
I think
noon?
that works with me. Yeah.
Yeah, it could work fine.
Okay, I'm trying to get back to my calendar.
What's the schedule?
Yeah.
And then
The 9th at. So we can do, that's this third Friday.
and then January 2nd, is that right?
Is that a holiday?
The second.
Yeah, well.
It
depends on who you ask.
Do you want to meet the
Okay,
9th?
maybe that's a both like could be okay. Just
You'll be back among the living.
Yeah, I'll be back Monday.
Then the 9th, honestly, the second, if you guys want to meet the second, I'll make it work. But the 9th is a little
Yeah,
more comfortable.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was the 9th. I skipped over the 2nd automatically.
Well, since that is a kind of a, weekend to recover.
Okay, so we have the
Let's do it on the 9th.
and then the 23rd.
Yeah.
The 23rd.
Okay, at noon.
Yes.
All right. So what do we want on the agenda for the 19th? Just a follow up on all of these items?
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, follow up on
Okay.
it.
Kind of report on that, and then anything else that we may have come up with.
Also, if maybe we can have an answer possibly by then of the grant, right? If we have an answer,
on
if
that
we can
one.
Right. If we
Grant?
yes, yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna do it at noon. Can we do it here?
Yeah. Mhm.
Conference C.
Yeah.
So the 19th will be on noon, right? At noon, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay, I should be there.
No, yes.
then just bring your sack lunch, girls.
Right?
Yes.
All right, one,
First
two,
Friday
three.
was 5.
Okay. Well, I am gonna log off, y'all. I have a call to make, and then I will follow up.
Okay, should I motion?
Can I
or-
really quickly, can I create a flyer to post on our website that we're calling the youth to do the application?
Oh,
Like,
Yes,
kind of like
some-
calling all youth to apply
Yeah.
for our commission?
Yes, yeah.
yes.
And I have there's a standard one that I've used so that, but if you have one, I can post it.
Oh,
here.
I make it all like,
Our own
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
Jackie, what is what regulations do we have in regards to like what we post? Do we need to follow the City of Sunnyside's designs?
It would be best, yes.
At least to have the.
Yeah.
can you
Okay.
send me a template of what it would look like of?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I think it is, this is.
I can send you the logo.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm like, cause if we're calling youth, I wanna make it like to where it's. They're
Attractive.
like attractive, not like
right.
something boring, sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, and if you can send me the graphics so we can share it, and then you can share it so with the PRA, like your Facebook can become subject to public records
Mhm.
requests. So if you send it to me, I can
Right.
post it and then you can share it.
Yeah, no, I would not post that on my own, no, I'd send it to you first.
That's how I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets it, I see it, I share it with all my friends.
Yeah,
And then my friends
Yeah,
share
no.
it with their friends, like the hair commercial.
yeah, I would not be sharing stuff out of my stuff, cause.
Yes, cause we got your own stuff going on.
And then, okay, so then if you'll motion to adjourn if you have nothing
Yeah.
else,
Okay. If there are no further items for discussion, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn
or you can say.
Or you can just
Oh.
say meeting adjourned.
or meeting
at-
adjourned
At whatever time it is.
at 3:30 p.m.
Okay, perfect.
Lot done, ladies,
Thank
well
you,
done.
Kelsey.
Thank y'all. I left a comment in the chat, but yeah, whatever it works. I'll talk to y'all later then.
Oh, we have to.
Is there something else we have to do?
Are we excusing
Oh,
Chase and Jesse?
Should we give them a pass this time?
Yeah.
It's the first one.
Did they say why they're not showing up?
Well, we don't know. They said they were gonna,
Yeah.
they had said they were gonna be here.
I think that today would be a pass, but.
Yeah.